Evening, everybody. It's good to be back. And well done, John, for getting Crossroads. And it's a masterpiece, Lou. You need to see it if you haven't seen it. It's your classic Deep South film about a blues guitarist. And it's Ralph Macchio. So obviously I watched it because of The Karate Kid. And it came out the same sort of time as The Karate Kid did as well. But it's a masterpiece because it's in the guitar playing circles for the artist, as Svi mentions, Steve Vai. And he created a riff at the end of the film called Eugene's Trick Bag. And just watching it being played is absolutely amazing. It's like what they call it, dueling guitars. A little bit like Deliverance, but brought up today with electric guitars. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant film. I can't believe somebody's seen it. But make sure you do watch the right one. As I said, Britney Spears brought out a film, I don't know, 2000s called Crossroads as well, which has got nothing to do with that one. I can do Daft J. You just have to tell me, just email me, wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk, and just tell me what you want to be called, and I will call you whatever you want to be called. You play also, Darren. See, like, all the guitar playing people are out saying, yeah, great film. The Karate Kid was in it. Yeah, Ralph Macchio's in it. And also, what's that little name from the Lost Boys? Jamie Gertz. Jamie Gertz was in it as well. Brilliant film. But how the devil is everyone? I'm glad to be back. I've got so many things to tell you to start off with. But I think we're going to start with merch on the map. Because I've got... Now listen, I've had 3 people send me merch on the map, but I've lost one. So if you're not featured tonight, can you email me again and say, Wayne, get your acting in order because I've sent you a picture and you've lost it? I'm sorry about that. It's because I'm away and I just can't operate my phone. It's my age. That's what I'm blaming. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the map. And we're going to zoom out, and you're going to love the first one because we're going not over the pond, we're going over the quantum realm, I think, because we're going all the way down to the sunny land of Oz, to where the Tasmanian devil lives, over in Hobart Way, which is there, for Vince. Now, Vince still, as you can see, he's got a brilliant robot in the back. I've got all the details for that robot. It's a Mobius model. It's a 1/6 scale, I believe. But Vince is responsible for all the caricatures that you see on the channel. So the cartoon of me doing the R2D2, which is the other side of Vince's mug here, as you can see that. Vince is responsible for that. Vince is the person that actually drew that. So I'm guessing you had to buy your own artwork, Vince. That's crazy. You should have said to me, I would have sent one to you. Although that's looking a bit worn out there. Perhaps you need another one, or is that just the light on it? I think it's the light on the mug there. But yeah, so Vince, I'm always internally grateful for Vince. So any caricatures that you see on the channel is normally by Vince. And then the second one, we're going back to the maps. Now, I don't know where this is. Hello, Phil. How's it going? I'm going to go back on the map and try and figure out where this is. Now, this is actually near me. So I should really know. But it's in Lincolnshire. And it's a place with a hyphenated sort of name in it called... Grantham's there. It's near Grantham. Stand by. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know. You're somewhere northeast of Grantham, aren't you? Somewhere. Oh, there we go. Colton Limorland. There we go. That's where we're going. For Anthony Oates. And there's Anthony. Wearing the Robots t-shirt. You've got your Ecto one on the go. I love those little figures there. The little figurines. They're like the old micro machines, aren't they? But you've got the little figurines as well. But absolutely brilliant. So thank you so much for that, Anthony. Now, as I said, someone did send me another picture and I've lost it. So, there you go. West? West. 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 I don't know, Lou. That's a random word. My email address is wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk, Robert. Okay? West. See, I thought the Carolinas was south. Down south with the other... I know it's not south as in America, but your Florida, your Carolinas, your Louisianas, your New Orleans, your Mississippis, all of them, they're all the southern states, aren't they? I don't know. Perhaps I've confused my geography. The robot t-shirts on my store, David. Just so you know, I'm trying to figure out, guys, I've only been away 4 days and it feels like I've been away for ages. They're all in here, David. Follow that link and you'll be able to get that, which is all good. Best to ask him. Don't want to say already. Ask me what? Oh, Ewa. Yeah, I've got to say hello to Ewa from Kim. Is it Ewa? 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 But hello. I hope I've said your name. Oh, the South. Carolinas are the southeast. See, Virginia's a southern state, isn't it? I'm trying to think of the Civil War. So that would be classed as a southern state. I need to watch Gettysburg again, I think. The old Jeff Daniels film. Now, that's a great film as well. Okay, I've been away, as you know, and if you caught me on social media, I've been to all sorts of places. And one of the first places, if you've seen it on social media, you're going to love this, but one of the first places I went to was this. Hi all, how's it going? Thought I'd just drop in and say that I'm in the middle of a field somewhere, and I haven't got a clue where I am, so I'm hoping that we'll find some sort of landmark to figure out where we are. I just haven't got a clue. No clue whatsoever where we are. But I'll look at a map and I'll try and figure it out. So we took Georgia, Miss Alabama are called Deep South. There you go. We took the kids to Stonehenge on the way down to Hampshire. So we've been to Portsmouth again, funny enough. And we got to the dockyards and I got to see the Victory again. And I thought, I've taken some pictures which I thought you'd be interested in at the moment. What is the picture behind you about Ghostbusters? Oh, it's just a display, that one there, Evelyn. You can get it from displate.com. That's what I know. I've got different ones for different builds. So, Florida is called so far south it's north again. Oh, I really need to start brushing up on American history. It's all cool. Where was I? I've lost my train of thought. I'm not even on the run tonight. Have you seen Walt Disney's movie Song of the South? I have, back in the day, Bobby. So anyway, so I thought I'd take pictures I thought you'd be interested in. So first of all, I went to see the Victory again to see what they've taken off it this time. And I was joking around when I said, what have they taken off this time? But yeah, they've taken stuff off it again. So this is the Victory at the moment. Now, this is the port side of the Victory. Now, if you go round to the starboard side of the Victory, you'll see right at the bow end of the ship in this picture, there's the anchors. They've taken the anchors off. So the mast, the central mast is missing now, and they've taken the anchors off, and the launches aren't on there either anymore. As you can see, we had a lovely day in Portsmouth. And then I've got this picture here, which is the mast they took off. Now, I thought they would have done something to it, but no, all they've done is they've lied it down in the dock, covered it in tarpaulin, and, well, left it there. So that's interesting. But now, if anyone's building the Victory, I took a picture of this lovely little thing that they've got here, which talks about why they changed the Victory's colours. And that little central column there is all the colours under a magnifying glass that's been painted. Now, apparently, in its time, it's had 72 coats of paint. And I think the very latest one is at the top there. So, which would be the ochre yellow. Obviously, they didn't take this before they repainted it. But most of the times, it did have quite a light colour scheme. Probably about halfway down, there's another dark colour scheme on there. But in most of its time, it was light. I mean, some of those look even blue, like a duck egg blue at the top there. But the current colour of it at the moment, as you can see, is looking like that, which is kind of like a... it looks yellow, like I don't know, I'm colourblind, so like a really pale yellow, but there is like a pink tinge to it. Now, that pink tinge, whatever colour that is, I don't know if anyone in Portsmouth's noticed this, but the Warrior, the HMS Warrior down there, has been painted in the same colours on the masts. So again, the Warrior has now got that little pink sheen to it, which is quite interesting. But the other thing that we went, obviously we've got our ferry over to the Isle of Wight. Now the ferry we got over looks like this. Isle of Wight ferry. Just like that. Quite a big ferry. And it should be a standard thing that we go to the Isle of Wight, which we did, and then get on the Isle of Wight and come back to Portsmouth. Unfortunately, just as the ferry left, there was a distress call by a small fishing boat. And I've never seen anything like it. It delayed us by about 45 minutes. But basically, the Isle of Wight ferries went to the rescue of this boat. So we changed course. We went into the middle of the sea. The one coming the other way went into the middle of the sea. They launched lifeboats. The lifeboats went out to get it. It was captivating to watch. Absolutely captivating. And it wasn't a still day. It was a really blustery day. So, you know, you were doing this watching it. But I'm telling you what, it was pretty amazing experience. So we had a bit of drama on the way home there. But the other thing in Portsmouth, now one of the biggest questions, John, you're not happy with that colour of the Victory. Did you check on boards the Zero Fighter wings? You had put it on the wrong side. Did you check on the boards on the Zero Fighter wing? You had put it on the wrong side. I haven't, Chris. I've only just got back, to be honest with you. Are you talking about that light on the end? I will have a check of that. But no, Christian's in Poland at the moment, I believe, Robert. So I haven't seen him tonight. He might be in. We'll have to see. But one of the biggest emails I get on the channel is the cost of some of these models. You know, they're all those over £1,000. They're not worth it. You know, I want to show you this picture. This was in the dockyards for sale. Okay, this is a model ship. Okay, now I believe this is a model of the Queen Elizabeth. Now, as you can see that model there, this is half the size of the Bismarck. Okay, it's half the size. There's hardly any detail on it. I mean, you look at the detail of the helicopter there and just the banks. It doesn't move. It's a static model on a stand. I do believe it comes in the case. That's probably what's bumped up the price, but the model itself is like that. It doesn't say it comes in the case. I have to say that. I have to say it doesn't say. But that model is £599. And I was shaking my head saying, if that's all it is, please tell me the case comes with it, because wow, absolutely crazy. So if you wonder about cost of part works, that one's for sale for £599. Matthew, have I done any more on the Ghostbusters Ecto-1? There's a video out today up there. So I'm glad you mentioned that, though, because we've got a problem with the Ecto-1 where I keep taking the top off and off and on and off and on, off and on. I've completely sheared through the horn wire. So I'm going to have to strip the wire, solder it back together and put it all in. I really tried to pack them in that corner just there with masking tape so that wouldn't happen. But yep, I've cut clean through it, which is absolutely crazy. For all those who are astute and keep watching, bear with me. There's something else I've got down here, if I can find it. Finally, I got a replacement for the X-Wing issue 70 with the motor and everything. So do I actually install it, which means taking out everything that I put in last time. I've still got 2 issues to do with that, which we didn't finish. And I have got the next load of Spitfires, which I'm hoping are going to be on the channel next week. Was it Bobby who said I haven't got issue 70 yet, so I can't do that? But to be honest with you, in the next 4 issues of the Spitfire, it doesn't really seem to be that much to do. So there you go. There you go. An acquaintance of yours won a bronze medal. Really? Oh my god, I've only just started watching the Olympics today, Philip, I have to say. Jaws update. There's probably going to be revealed in a couple of weeks, Robert. It hasn't really gone to plan, if we're being honest. But I'll tell you what, the drama that's involved in it is like worth the watch, big time. And I haven't received any more Enterprise yet, Stephen. So, is it metal or plastic? Well, I couldn't touch it. It looks plastic, Bobby. Would it say, yes, Matthew, leave the top off? I see, the reason I put the top on is I haven't got any room for it anywhere else. So that's why I keep putting the top on and off. Put it this way, when we get to the point where we have to bond both of those bits together, no problems at all. I'm going to be able to easily do it. I've done it 100 times. Yeah, my mum looked at me when I showed her the DB5 and she asked what it cost me. Her mouth dropped, but I told her it's better than some you're fine. I think Phil's finished his DB5 now. But it looks like a fun old build. Fun old build. It's a shame that we lost the opportunity to do that. So I have seen the new Ghostbusters trailer, Svi. I wasn't all that hyped up about it until like the last 30 seconds where you get the reveals of some of the cameos in there. But yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people have started to come around to thinking, yeah, we got to see this film. I really hope it doesn't suck. I really hope it doesn't. I don't, Darren. I believe they should be coming next week. A lot of people from the news agents have now got their remote for issue 120, so they can be doing it. Oh, another thing I got, if you're not on social media, let me show you this. Just turn that off. Is I got this from the Victory. Now, on the Victory, there is still copper on the bottom of the Victory. You had copper tiles. Most of it's gone on the hull section because the hull was replaced. I was speaking to the guy about it. The reason they put copper on the bottom of the Victory is because sea life and algae and stuff doesn't like to cling to metal. So it does a brilliant, absolutely brilliant job in the sea for keeping the hull clean. Unfortunately, when it's in dry dock, it does the complete opposite and it stops the wood breathing, so the wood just sweats and then it rots itself, which is why they had to pull all the copper plates off. Now, the rudder on the Victory still got loads of copper plate on. So what they've done is they took a lot of the copper off the ship and smelted it into this, which is the Victory keyring. And this is basically a keyring. Whoops, hang on a second. This is a Victory keyring made out of the copper from the ship. As you can see there, it's just been repurposed. And there you go. Authentic bit of copper. Whoops, upside down. From the Victory. Looks like that. It's all metal here. And then on the other side, there you go. Which I thought would be brilliant, that when the Victory's completed, having that as a nameplate at the bottom. I think that's what I'm going to do. I was like a kid. I've also got myself a cap, although I don't know where that is. I give all these things I buy to Mrs. Rhoda Wayne, so I don't look at them, because, you know, if I had my way, I'd buy everything. She has to stop me doing things like that. But all good. Oh, well, oh, excellent, Bruce. That's perfect. Well, have a safe journey home. We did a 3 hour. It took 3 hours to get back from Portsmouth yesterday to here, so that wasn't too bad at all. But as you know, in a couple of weeks, it's going to be, God, a 7 hour drive to Scotland. So then I'm in Scotland for 2 weeks. So I don't think there'll be any updates then. Richard, you're not hoping out any high hopes for the new Ghostbusters film? That might help me. I wasn't that hyped until near the end myself. It's true. What I'm guessing, the way that they're marketing the trailer is that the Ghostbusters part of it and the cameos that you see seem to be incidental to the film. It seems to me that the film is about the kids, and I think that's going to be pretty much the whole film. I can't see the Ghostbusters featuring that much into it, like, as we know. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm just scrolling back. Does the Enterprise D come with a stand, Phil? I have got no idea. Absolutely no idea. I think the stand that they were displaying it on the prototype was just a prototype stand. I think some people said that they could see the nacelles drooping on it, but I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Be interesting though. I'll be mounting mine on the roof though, above the TV. Bergdish, you just got the 911 body yesterday after 8 packs for £650 on just that kit. Wow. Well, I think there's some exciting stuff coming from my XO collections throughout the year. By the look of Eric's site. Eric runs the set for the Peugeot 205 and the Porsche at the moment. But hopefully we get some good stuff. I love the IXO collection stuff, and I've still got another stage of the Peugeot to do, which just haven't a chance to yet. Ian, go and check through my playlist. I've got an ET, basically myself and Phil over on the Sprueverse channel, who's in chat tonight. We had a challenge to build the kit here from ET. Now my one was from Golden Armour, and Phil was building one from Yay Monsters. Very similar ships, but very differently made in completely different ways. So it's interesting to see how we come up with. But I've got a complete build log on the channel, and Phil's got a complete build log of his as well. So check that out. That's Phil's link there. Sprueverse. When it comes to high when you're in Scotland, we're trying to figure out what we're doing, Robert, because we've been speaking to Helda, who says the Sea Life Centre's closed down now in Oban. We're still going to go to Oban. I want to visit Fingal's Cave. I wanted to go on the Jacobite train, which is now completely sold out, so we can't do that. Although I have seen it go over the Glenfinnan Viaduct. We wanted to. There's a lot of historic Scotland places we want to visit, which apparently are now closed because things are falling off of them. So I don't know. We're gonna wing it. So when we go up there, we'll figure out what we're doing. But I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to Glasgow on the 13th to meet. Stand by. I'm going to meet someone. I'm just looking at my diary to see where I am. It's got that much that I'm looking at my diary. Right, we are meeting. There we go. Waterside Classics Cars. Stephen McCauley at Waterside Classic Cars in Glasgow. We're going to have a look at some of the classic cars they got there. Apparently they've got a car from Buddy Holly and some of the famous vehicles as well. I'm going to try and get some pictures. I think they've got a Pug there as well, a 205, which I can't wait to look at as well. Can you send me a text so I can order one of those pads from you? Pads? What pads, Gunny? Pads. Email me. You got my email, wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk. I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Your Enterprise D build is on hold because the display stand gift is out of stock. What? We get a gift as a display stand? I'm missing something. Big time. It's definitely a pass-on movie for the next generation. Yep, my thoughts exactly. I thought they were the grandkids taking over the reins. Will that work though, Stephen? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a situation in the past where that has worked. When you try to reboot something. I mean, it worked with Aliens, but that was more like a sequel, wasn't it? What's the difference between a sequel and a reboot? We have to watch Jay and Silent Bob for that. Esther needs all the money for her notebooks. Oh God, Philip, at the moment it's gone from notebooks to fridge magnets to bookmarks to shelves to curiosities. She's in the Victory Shop, right, looking at the gin, and I'm thinking, oh God, she's having an alcoholic tendency again. She's going to like her gin. No, she's not interested in the gin. She wants the bottles. It's the bottles that the gin come in. The gin is actually incidental to what she wants to buy. It's actually a bonus for her. She's just interested in the bottles. So today, Riley and all the kids are staying with me at the moment. Riley's been painting some shelves for her so she can display all her gin bottles, full or empty. Gozer is in the new film. I've actually met the person who plays Gozer. I can't remember her name for the life of me, but she was at London Film and Comic Con, the last one. I believe it might have been the one before, because there wasn't one last year. Yeah, have you noticed that like 2020 sort of like skipped as if it didn't exist? I feel like I've lost a year. It's really weird. It will come with a stand. I haven't even seen a stand. I need to have a look at their site again, definitely. The original team were a laughing stock. Well, they were a laughing stock in Ghostbusters too, weren't they? Or they were just fed up of hearing them with the old, who you gonna call? He-Man. Talking of He-Man, has anyone seen the Kevin Smith He-Man on Netflix at the moment? I haven't, but I want to. If you remove the TV, there'll be no issues. You can say that to Esther, Mrs. Wilder Wayne Howard. I'm not. I'm too scared to even say that now. Oh. Oh yeah, she's getting back into sewing. Yeah, she's doing a lot of sewing and crocheting and getting very crafty. Not crafty as in, getting away with things. She's crafty as in doing hobbying. You know what? Yeah, this house is like the hobby. Everything we do in this house is pretty much covers every different hobby that can possibly be done. I'm sure if we could do glass blowing, we would do it in this house. Yeah, but when do we get that, Kevin? Because people are there saying that it was a free gift that they're getting now. I wasn't even aware that we were getting it, to be honest with you. The fire truck hasn't been announced yet, Jesse. The Jaguar comes out in September, so we're probably going to hear something then. But obviously we're looking at the Route Master and the fire truck from Agora Models. Ghostbusters 2016 never happened. Yep, not far now, Helder. Not far at all. I can't wait to get up there. All I know, Helder, so far is I'm in Glasgow, Mulgai on Friday night. And then on the Saturday we're heading up to Onwich. So we'll be at your neck of the woods for 2 weeks then. So I will be in touch. I've got all your details, so it's all good. There was a mirrored version of stand as well, but that's extra. I mean, we've got... God, you see, I've got 2 stands behind me here. I've got a stand for the Peugeot 205 and one for the Ghostbusters Ecto 1, which I wasn't going to use, but when the workshop's sorted, then I'm going to... Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm going to fit in there. I've got two Terminator stands down here. Obviously, one's on one. This one isn't. But I've got to figure that out as well. Because those stands, as I said, are like 42 by 42 centimetres. They do take up quite a bit of room. And when you're making the sort of displays that I've got behind me, it's going to be tricky. But I am going to try, when I'm in the workshop, I'm going to try and keep it kind of laid out like it is. But down this wall here, because it will be longer, there'll be models on that wall there, I'm guessing, as well. So, I'm thinking. There's going to be models everywhere. Most things will be just hanging from the ceiling. So it'll be one of those things that when I put the camera up, because you never get to see this. You see, look, I've got a microphone here at the moment. You see, I've got Yoda up there, look, lightsaber. Here comes the microphone all by itself. Wow, look at that. It's got a mind of its own. And it comes back again. You watched the 1984 original in 4K. Is that Ghostbusters film? It's a film that needs a rewatch, I think. You think DRSD has pulled out the Australia market? Eagle Moss Australia still has Ecto 1 on register interest. I don't know what's going on with Partworks in Australia. You'd think that if the stuff's coming from China, it should be easy to ship them to Australia. Unless there's no market for them in Australia. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. It's all to do with I'm too far. Why am I all the way down there now? Companies have to have their own distribution sites around the world to make it more economically viable to take it to your territories. Otherwise, you as a consumer will be paying astronomical postage fares. So, oh good. Hello, S'mores over on Twitch there. How's it going? And over on Facebook, Stewie, how's it going? You're in two minds about building the Agora fire engine or Iron Man. Do you know any details on the fire engine? I know nothing at all at the moment, Stewie. But as soon as I know, you'll know. I promise. Mrs. Rollerwain's going a bit mental on... Oh, no, Sea Life Centre. Okay, that's why... Every single fish that you can find. Although I'm sure that the fourth one's a sea lion. I don't think there's many sea lions in the Sea Life Centres. Well, I'll take you in Loch Lomond Sea Life Centre again if that's what you want. If you want to fish. When you said my t-shirt size, it's XL. If you're American, it's XL. If you're English, it's XXL. For some reason, the American sizes seem to be lower. There seem to be one size down to the English sizes. I don't know why that is. That American football shirt I got, that was a 2XL. And it drowns me, but a 2XL here is quite nice on me. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. I will get down to that in a minute. I think I'm behind on chat again, as usual. Go to Rice in Edinburgh. It's a massive trampoline park. Derek, I've just realised that the Edinburgh Book Festival and the Edinburgh Fringe is on while we're up there. That's why everywhere's completely sold out, I think. Because the Fringe is on this year, isn't it? So that could be fun to do some stuff there. Wayne, I'll tell you what, we were only away for 4 days. In 4 days, we went to Stonehenge, we went to Portsmouth, we went to Southsea, so Clarence Pier and stuff like that. We went to the dockyards and saw the Victory. We went to Gun Wharf. We got the ferry over to the Isle of Wight, and at the Isle of Wight, we visited the Needles, and we visited Shanklin, we visited Carisbrooke Castle, we visited Ryde, we visited Sandown. And then we got the ferry back and came home, and we did that all in 4 days. 3.5 actually, because we got there on the Sunday night. We know how to do things. Couldn't be any worse than the last Ghostbusters movie. No, definitely. You see, I didn't take the last Ghostbusters movie too seriously. I think it was a movie that was trying to take the mick out of itself. But I mean, how many of you are a fan of Ghostbusters 2? See, I love Ghostbusters 2, but I don't know if it was received that well when it first came out. I love it. 2XL, yeah, that's right. Oh, there you go. Is there a 116 model of Leopard 2A6 as an ordinary model? Not from Agora. Definitely not from Agora. I think Tamiya do one, don't they? But no, Agora's the big scale models. So normally they're going to do something. So whether it be doors opening, lights turning on, that sort of thing. When you're in Scotland, why don't you do the NC500? What's the NC500, Carl? Oh, the coast trip. Wow. That could be interesting. I take it NC 500 means 500 miles. Everything I need in Scotland, Carl, is on the A82, trust me. The A82 has got everything you need. It's possible to buy the entire back to the floor. I don't think so, Alton. I wouldn't like to say, actually, because now it's finished. I don't know. Perhaps someone could answer that one. I'm not sure. Oh, the Partworks upgrade pad. 1 second. Stand by. The Partworks upgrade pads is from Partwork Upgrades. I'm confused. I'm having a moment. According to the website, the stand's going to be on the 14th delivery. Oh, that'd be cool. The just so you know, I'm actually away again tomorrow. We're off to Norfolk tomorrow, so I'm hoping, if you're watching, I'm going to be visiting Matthew Bean from Beanie's Hobbies. Now, he's got every 3D printer and resin printer under the sun that, you know, I want to see it. But the latest thing he's got is one of these scanners. So you can, like, I don't know, get the glasses, scan it, make a 3D image of it, and then print them. So theoretically, he could scan me and make a 3D image of me. But I'd love to see how that works, definitely. So if you're there, Matt, I will be in touch. I know you've gave me your postcode, so I'll finalise. But it'll probably be Saturday afternoon. But we'll have to see. The workshop will end up with these stairs in it. Am I allowed to build up? I don't know. I can build down. Can you imagine how far I could build down? There can't be a law about how far I'm allowed to go down. I can make some sort of like subterranean workshop. Now, World of Wayne should try New Amsterdam gun. Nice stuff. What's that? Evening, Wayne, Mrs. World of Wayne and everybody. Sorry, a bit late, working with an nephew on our Series 3 Landy. Ooh. Are we late tonight? What's the time? It's only 8:30. See, I'm glad we got to do a live stream today and I got a video out today. I didn't think I would, because I said we only got back late last night, so... But I'm glad we did. And the only thing that I came back to was the Ecto one. I was going to do Iron Man today. I have got Iron Man to do, but to be honest with you, there may still be a video out tomorrow because there's not much to do at all. Now, we were going to go to Hunstanton tomorrow, but although if you're in Norfolk, it's pronounced Hunston. But apparently the weather's supposed to be absolutely awful in the UK tomorrow, so we might have to knock that on the head. Oh, I've already got that space, John. I'm still going to stick with the idea of the N-gauge in panels. And I've got the N-gauge trains. I've got track. I've still got the trains from that was sent to me from Mark Goff. But I need to do something with them. You're right. They're actually where are they? They're down here. They're in the workshop with me. Man cave, should I say? Look, see, I'm already in workshop mentality now. Stuff getting into Australia is insanely expensive. Many foreign companies pulling out or jacking costs. Why is that though? What's happened in Australia for that to change? It never used to be. Yes, definitely. Mark Hamill's in the new He-Man. Looks good. Looks good. How's the holiday? The Xenomorph build has a few flaws, it seems. Just found out. Oh, really? I'd see now Kevin, the Nexus, is building it at the moment. I'm interested in the build because when I first saw it, it just looked like a... I don't like the alien that just looks like a man dressed in a suit look. I like the more creature-ish look. A bit like American Werewolf in London. I loved how the werewolf was more creature-like rather than guy dressed up in a wolf costume. So, but I mean, from what I saw from the Nexus YouTube channel, it looks good. The head, anyway. The CCP has sparked a trade war with Australia due to our wanting to know the source of COVID. That's never going to be found. Never, never, never. Is that where they filmed The Wicker Man, Neil? Funny you should say that, actually, because the tonight's countdown was going to be a still of The Wicker Man. The scene with the wax candle hand with Edward Woodward lying next to it. But I thought everyone would get that instantly. So I decided not to do it and switch to Crossroads. But believe me, if Esther had a chance, then we probably will go to Wigtown. Someone messaged me, was it Kerry, about coming to Castle Douglas? I'm trying to fit it in, but we pass Castle Douglas on the way, and we don't really go near there until the end of the holiday. But I will get back to you once I've figured out an itinerary. We haven't even got an itinerary yet. This is how much we wing it. We don't know where we are. We're on the internet the night before normally, thinking, let's do that. Okay. But because everyone's doing stay at home now, stay at home holidays, not only did the price of holidays go through the roof, but all the locations and tourist attractions are just completely sold out. Crazy. I've been to the Sea Life in Birmingham, Bobby. There's not much at the Fringe this year. Oh, that's a shame. I suppose a lot of people didn't realise it was going to be on. Oh, it wasn't you last time. Oh, sorry. It's Renosian last time, wasn't it? They're so similar. And I'm not even on the rum. Terrible. Stonehenge, your old stomping grounds. Stonehenge was really busy as well, to be honest with you. You've got too many hobbies on at the moment. I think all model builders have got the same problem. And building like loads of models at the same time, and then you look at your shelves and you think you've got loads to do as well, and then you've got to try and get the motivation to what one to start. Because sometimes when you've got too much choice, it makes it harder, I find. Building a railway, building Gunpla, as well as Enterprise and R2D2 is costing me a bundle. I do have a t-shirt in my store that says, well, the Wayne made me buy it, if that can get you out of trouble. We actually went through Salisbury because the 303 as usual was completely jammed up. We went straight through Salisbury, so I did get to see Salisbury Cathedral, which to me was only made famous because of that whole Novichok fiasco that happened a couple of years ago. I was told Edinburgh people don't like English people, but Glasgow people are more welcoming. I don't know. I've never had a problem in Scotland, to be honest with you, Roadrunner. The only issue I've had with someone in Scotland, I think I mentioned it before, was in Inverness. And I almost got headbutted for filming a bridge. But there you go. Oh, I love Scotland. You love both Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Not into gender swapped woke trash. To be honest, I'm not really sure that making Ghostbusters into a teen movie is such a great idea either. I don't know, it's the originality, isn't it? Ghostbusters was an original film. You didn't really see anything like that. How many people fighting ghosts did you see before that film? And now that originality, you're getting to the stage now where it's been done before. It's been done before. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Wilder Wayne says that each book or story as a writer has 7, is it 7? You can correct me if you want. There's 7 storylines which are just variations on each other. So it doesn't matter what you read, it's going to be a variation of these 7 storylines. And I do think that's the problem with the movie industry, trying to find something original. The Royal Armouries in Leeds next year. We're actually passing Leeds Renosian, because for the first night we're staying in Pontefract. Not too far. You've been told that they are going to release the DeLorean for purchase all at once in September. That would be brilliant. Because I think there is a market out there for people who just want it all in one go. You just got your first DeLorean delivery. Oh, welcome to the adventure, Greg. Getting ready to make Chloe a very rich woman. Well, you want to order the stuff now, Greg, because there is a big waiting list, sometimes up to 6 months for some of the stuff. See, look, Svi, you like Ghostbusters too. I was hoping they extend the Ecto build to make it the Ecto 1A. Can do. I'm waiting for you to see you have the slime gun next, Svi. You know what I think I've still got here, you know, probably in the loft actually. I think I've got the original Ghostbusters 2 LP soundtrack. You just jogged my memory on that. Ghostbusters 2 is good, but not as good as the original. But when you look back at it, it was definitely a film of that genre. They belong together. But if you were to try and say that the 2016 Ghostbusters was part of that whole world, you can't really picture it, can you? It's an entity that stands on its own. 3D scanner. I can't wait to see it. That's why I want to get there. The Back to the Future Lorry kit in the US is not available as a full kit. You can supercharge the skits and get 8 packs at a time. There's your answer. I didn't have a clue. Thanks, Phil. The Wayne Cave, literally. Yeah, I should be doing it. Are we still talking about the Wayne Cave? Oh, that was only 8 minutes ago, so that ain't too bad. I've always, I don't know if it's the Aussie in me, because the opal minders in the normal that wasn't English. The opal miners in the Northern Territory, they live in subterranean tunnels, a little bit like in Tunisia where they filmed Star Wars. I've always pictured that. Perhaps it's a Hobbit in me as well, that you can make a vast empire of caves and taverns with great big caverns opened up like the Dwarves of Moria underground. And I've always been fascinated by that. The kids have me playing Minecraft, and that's all I'm doing. Forget making houses on top. I just dig down and make a subterranean house. I kind of like the idea of that. Don't like the idea of it flooding. But there you go. You can do scanning. Done a couple of things. It's good fun. Made me already. I think that's the first thing you got to do, Richard, isn't it? You got to make yourself. I'm interested to see it, I have to say. I've seen a couple of write-ups and reviews on it, but can you imagine being able to do yourself? Make yourself, or make your head and then stick yourself on parts, or, you know, I need a part that looks like this hammer. So you can scan this hammer and 3D print your own part. That's great. There are probably more laws on how far you can go build down than you build. Yeah, you know what? I can't believe that we make laws about what we can and can't do in space. So in other words, we've already claimed space because we've made our own laws on it. So I'm not allowed to just get a rocket and take off and go to space. It's against the law. Obviously, you've got the problem with space debris all over the place. All the satellites are obviously owned by people, and they're worried about... I think it's crazy. So you should read up about space law. Things you can't... I don't even think I'm allowed to land on the moon, if I could. It's crazy. It goes to show how far our reach on Earth goes. You've probably got some people living on the moon for eternity. There's been people up there going, who do they think they are? Even Mars, you know, if you want to go to another planet, I don't even think you're allowed to do that. You're bound by international space law. Look at Colin Firth. See, someone's done it, Michael? Oh my God. I just like the idea. Some of my Blockbuster stores, especially in Hartford, they were built underground, so they had like converted cellar. The only problem with being underground is the damp problem. It always smelt of damp in that store. It was always cold, which is a good thing, I suppose, in the summer. But you'd need really good ventilation, and obviously you always got artificial light. I do like to have a window. Yeah, back. Andrew, that's what I've been hinting at. If you haven't guessed, I need a Batman. I've got my little Batman logo there. I need my bat suit. I'll be calling everything Bat or Wayne. We're going down the Wayne pole. We're going to drink some Wayne Coke in the Wayne Cave on the Wayne chair. Same Wayne time, same Wayne channel. Yeah, I did see it. I'm just confused. I've been away for 4 days. I forgot everything. Want 1 in 1/8 of you to stand by my Ecto 1. We'll see. I'm hoping, Matt, if you're watching this, I hope you can demonstrate it for me, because I think he only just received it today, so he's got to figure out how to use it. It'll be interesting. Everyone knows about this Colin Firth. I've never heard of him. I'm just going to add him now to my sub list. He's got his own website as well. He's a British shed inventor and video maker. Wow, I should have got in touch with him for my workshop. Right, I've added him. I will watch that later. Thank you for those recommendations. Is there a power mod for the Terminator? I don't think so, Alan, because it's powered in 2 separate parts. The base and the head are separately powered. N gauge is too small. Try 009 narrow gauge. The thing is what's available, John. I've got a train shop about 10 miles down the road in Wellingborough for me, and it's what they stock, and most of the time it's either N gauge or 00. It's very rare to find other stuff unless you're at conventions and stuff. But and I think Americans use a different standard on top of that. They've just got the O gauge, haven't they? I think. Can't be sure. The head from the xenomorph looks good. However, the tongue is upside down. Really? And the skull is transparent instead of white. Also, the cheeks are too flashy, but that can easily be fixed. I am wondering, are we going to see that then, Marion, over here? Be interesting. It's complicated. So, but basically, combine a trade war with tariffs designed to offset a massive trade deficit, and that was before COVID made it worse. I do think COVID's made a lot of things worse, but I'm going to say something controversial now. I also think COVID's being used as an excuse for a lot of things now. So, it's all cool. But hopefully we're all coming out of it. Hopefully we're all coming out of it. Hello, Jake Anderson Green. How's it going? You don't know. I don't know how I find times to build everything, Robert. And where do you fit everything at the moment? I don't. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 boxes of stuff that's being built over here, which, as you can see, there's going to be nowhere to display it. I've got a massive hallway out there which I can start working into, but this is all what's drove me. I mean, I think you remember I said I want to do a workshop for next year. I want to get a workshop for next year. It's drove me to say I need one as soon as possible. I really, really do. And hence why I've dug up the trees in the garden. I've still got 2 stumps to get rid of at the moment. And then I've got to empty the old workshop. As a matter of fact, I think I'm ready to start doing that. I've got something 3D printing at the moment, which I'll talk about in a second. And I've also got I've just done the last of the painting for Mrs. Welder Wayne. She wanted me to paint something for her doll's house with the airbrush. So I'm ready to now get rid of everything from that shed. What I'm actually 3D printing is the shark diorama. You're going to find out about in a couple of weeks, hopefully, and we'll give a reveal what it is. But I wanted something to go with it, which isn't going to work now. But I'm 3D printing one of the barrels from the orca in Jaws, and it's going to be about this big. And I'm going to weather it up. I'm going to put the rope on it, and I just think it would be a nice thing to have in the back, because it's not going to say Jaws on it, but people are going to see it and say, I recognise that barrel. So that's what my little 3D project is at the moment. Vincent's on hold at the moment because I am moving everything slowly out of the workshop. Harry Potter is basically Star Wars. I can see that. See? That's from Jeffrey, who's in chat here, and Partworks Upgrade. That's the little model down there. I'm glad people spot some of the things in the background there. The thing is, the camera I'm using, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, the camera I'm using is a Logitech C920, which is brilliant for framing my face, but it has got a little bit of a fisheye, so everything around here is kind of blurry. Don't know if you can see my hands, kind of blurry. I'm probably going to upgrade the camera when I get a new workshop as well, because I'd like that to be clear. I didn't get on with it, Bobby. I have watched it, I didn't get on with it. I do know Stonehenge was bought by Sir Cecil Chubb. They do mention that in the visitor centre, actually, Ian. So we got the full history lesson while we're there. We also got to dig for bones in a sandpit. So some of you are having conversations between yourselves, and I try to read the comments now before I put them on the screen, because sometimes I get myself into trouble like I did last Thursday. Have I seen the 89 Batmobile is back in this new Flash movie? Can't wait to see it back on the big screen. No, I haven't. But I can't wait to see it. The whole DeLorean kit when I did it was 129 issues at £9 an issue. But they do extend it up to 159 issues. So it's however much you want to pay for it. Chances are, if you want that question done with Partworks, it's going to be somewhere between £1,200 and, say, £1,600. I don't know what that collates to in dollars. Did you know that Revell are releasing a model of Mandalorian ship? You know what, Kevin? You've just struck me there. I'm going to do a few more of these like Revell kits on the channel. I've become painfully aware I haven't even done one model kit on the channel. It's always been build-ups or something from resin or something from 3D parts and scratch builder. I'd like to do like a kit model. I haven't done that on the channel yet. Definitely need to do that. Space junk has been in space since 1950. But yeah, if you see the satellites of it now, Bobby, it's everywhere. It's become a big problem, apparently. You started building Rome on Minecraft. It really wasn't built in a day. I don't know. It tickles me how countries can just say that's mine. It's like a cat, you know. You build a cat home, it's like that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. It seems like that's what it is. So it does make you wonder. I get philosophical now. How were countries made? Now I know every single country was made by a war. Believe it or not, every single country was made by a war, and it's just like, what do they? I want that one. I want that one. I want that. Back in the day, I want that one. I'm going to call it, I don't know, France. Crazy. Yeah, call everything Wayne. People start drinking game about it. They started drinking game anyway about me saying just like that. As a matter of fact, when I was in Carphilly, they've got a big statue. I didn't realise Tommy Cooper was born there. So they got a big statue of Tommy Cooper, so I had my picture taken with that. Because I'm always saying just like that. Well, I don't wear a Batman outfit, Spectrum, but, you know, me and Batman have never been seen together. So read into that as you will. Oh dear. Howard, thank you for that, Howard. I liked all the Ghostbusters movies. I heard the girl's mum might be Egon's and Jenny's kid. A sequel in the same actors as some of the same people, but reboot is totally different actors. Yes, I gotcha. But I tell you what, Jason Lee does a brilliant explanation. Just watch Jay and Silent Bob reboot. And it does an explanation between the difference between a sequel, a reboot, and a remastering, I think it is. I don't know. There's 3 different things that they think about. Still Game is just great. Never seen that. I have a pile of Revels and Hellers left to build. I bet you have. I've seen some of your shelves in your man caves when you do the Welcome to the Cave. I've still got 2 Welcome to the Caves to show, by the way. And I can't believe how many stuff's in people's cupboards and stuff still to build. Yes, you can come in. I think Riley's going to be saying goodbye to you all. He wants to come in if he's watching me. But no, I've seen what you've got in your cupboards, and I think if I got to that point, then I'd have so much choice that it would start to worry me about what it is. Here's Riley.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. I've just been doing stickers.
Now Riley, you see, he's a chip off the old block because he's been painting Esther's shelves today. Yes. Or varnishing them, which is good. She's got some basically, they look like old railway timbers, don't they? And he's been varnishing them up, and he's done an actual real good job at that. So, but he's got a surprise coming in a couple of weeks, but they don't know about it. So I can't tell you, but it's something that they're going to be over the moon about when they see it. So I'll tell you when they're not around. But listen, I'm glad we got a chance to catch up. I'm not going to have another video on the channel till Monday now. And again, there's going to be no Tuesday or Wednesday live stream. There will be a live stream on Thursday next week again. And we'll see where we go. It's going to be a bumpy time between now and the end of August, to be honest with you, because from the 13th I said, I'm not here at all. But I am going to try and get the Spitfire videos done. And definitely going to get the... oh, you've got to see this. Gary Whitfield, look. Riley built this. This is one of those Kyber lightsabers. It's loud, as you can hear, but it's brilliant. We've been having an immense amount of fun with that, Gary. I'll tell you what, we've been changing the designs and everything. But I will keep you updated anyway. But yeah, once again, listen, thanks for watching tonight. Until next time, see you later.